Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Distance Reiki. Danielle here. Sorry about that. I'm so glad to see you all this evening. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and set any intentions for your greater healing or well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid with all of your requests folded in, and then I'm going to send you some Reiki wherever you are and whenever you happen to be watching this. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one healing or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description along with all my social media and my email newsletter. So let's go ahead and say hi to everybody. But before we do that, I have a very special little kitty to show you. All the visuals. Oh, it's a Gertie. I know. Thank you. Thank you for letting me give you a cuddle. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and say hello to everybody and get into building this beautiful grid. Let's see, let me tidy up just a bit. Looks like Gertie had some fun with the camera. There we go. So as per usual, we're starting things off with our mirror. This helps to reflect and deflect any bad energy. We've got this copper spiral that helps to break up any energy blockages. And we've got some peridot here for someone that had messaged me with a request. This can help with releasing things like anger, jealousy, and guilt. It's wonderful for breaking bad habits, and most importantly for some is that it helps with lots of GI distress, everything from chronic issues to more acute stuff, but lovely for everything from acid reflux to like IBS and everything in between. So let's go ahead, let's say hi to everyone. And MC Spiritual Healer, Jenny, Still Not Still, Affirmation Station, Jenny, I hope Jane is doing well, let me know. Chris, Flower, lots of love to you. Joanna, so much love to you too. Awesome, so let's go ahead and start taking some requests. And Still Not Still. Oh, I'm so glad that the healing helped you. It led you to a video that detailed some exercises to help you with the exact issue, so your big day went well. I'm so excited to hear that. Yay! And good on you for keeping on going and looking for more resources and ways to help yourself. I know it isn't easy to get up and keep trying something new, so good on you for doing it. Thank you for sharing that with us. Lots of love. So much love. And requesting protection from electrical unsafe things like causing fire. Ooh, water leaking through your light fixture. Oh my goodness. And you can't turn off the breaker and it's been raining. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's not great. Yeah, the wiring here in my electrical grid part of Philadelphia is, well, y'all know how many times have we had to cancel a stream since I moved. Yeah, so, I hope that, I wish you all the best. Yeah, definitely if you can find the breaker or, yikes, I understand electrical stuff to a point, but not to enough where I can help you beyond that. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. But let's go ahead and definitely bring in some lots of love here. And Gertie, what are you doing? Joanna Sparkle's intention to relieve inner restlessness and for focus and to pinpoint intentions. Gotcha. So, do some of that. restlessness, focus. Let's bring in some of this. Okay, so first we are going to start off with some manifestation quartz. Ooh, and I'm going to adjust the light. There we go. So here we go. So this is manifestation quartz. Manifestation quartz is exactly what it sounds like. It helps to boost the intentions and things that you're manifesting up to the heavens. So this will take your pinpoint intentions and help you to focus on them and send them up to the universe. We also have some aragonite. I'm going to bring this in for that inner restlessness and like bringing it into like something where you can be actionable with that. Take that restlessness and basically help it bring you forward in purpose. We're going to bring in aragonite. Aragonite is a type of calcite that's formed on mollusks. And this is, oop, hang on, Gertie hair. Hashtag pet owner problems. So aragonite, this helps with healing old wounds. It's great for emotional support. It helps to clear the energy centers. So the chakras, the meridians, the nadis. Lovely for speeding physical healing, balancing hormones, and most importantly here, relieving the stress that we hold in our body as tension and even like restlessness, like shaking your leg, things like that. This helps with the root chakra. That's our basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight. Also connected with the Earth Star chakra. That's a center beneath our root where we can take our spiritual and our soul's purpose and make it actionable to show up in ways that are in alignment with our soul's purpose. So this will help that. So it's very grounding and it definitely helps calm an overactive mind. So let's go ahead and bring in that aragonite. So it sounds like that will help you with focus too, but I'm also going to bring in some bumblebee jasper because this is lovely for focus, boosting manifestation, lots of physical energy, confidence, and positivity. This is one that can help with decision making as well as balancing yin and yang in the body, and helps you with like getting tasks completed, getting work done. So that is bumblebee jasper. Definitely be careful with bumblebee jasper. It does have large quantities of arsenic as well as sulfur. So lots of love to you, Joanna. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. Hey, Patty, good to see you. Okay. Ooh, okay, there we go. I'm so glad that was helpful. Still not still. Requesting more healing today too to help you get back to your baseline or even feel better than usual. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So let's get you kind of back to balance. Definitely aragonite's going to help. But we're going to start with some tree agate. This is one that helps with balancing energy within the body, chakras all the way down to the individual nadi, N-A-D-I. They're kind of like the Ayurvedic equivalent, which is still quite different, but the Ayurvedic equivalent to meridians, if you will. It's basically tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga. This is a stone that can help to bring deep balance on physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, but especially a physical level. And so it can help with calming the emotional nerves as well as physical nerves. It helps with inner peace, dissolving ego, and also noticing and moving on from negative habits, negative thought patterns, negative, just sort of routines that we've gotten into, to break with those and find something a little bit more supportive for you where you are right now. Helpful too for making new connections with good people. So that is tree agate. So that'll help with like full body recentering. Red jasper is very helpful in empowerment, standing up for yourself, standing up for others, fighting injustice and bullying. But this is a very root chakra oriented stone. That's our basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, fear and safety, all those kinds of most basic human needs. It helps too with grounding, emotional support. It can be really supportive for things like recovering from illness, as well as even supporting through things like depression. But it also helps with psychic and spiritual protection too. So that can kind of help. And I also want to help with renewal in a sense. Let's see, we'll move that out. One that's intuitively kind of coming to me is pink opal. So pink opal helps with renewal, and it helps to merge your conscious mind, your logic, with your intuitive mind, your spiritual connection. It's also lovely for helping any kind of meditation or self-healing practice. It helps with connection to our angels and connection to the spirit realms, especially if you're doing anything like journeying. Wonderful for the lungs, heart, spleen, and connective tissue, as well as diabetes and hypoglycemia. And it also helps to hold a space and harmony of nonviolence. So that is pink opal. And as those of you who've been here before certainly know, I don't see anything I do as a replacement for any other system or technique. I'm not somebody who says only use the classic or the holistic ways and throw modern science out. I feel like there's a lot of benefit to both. I use medications, I use antidepressants. I have no shame in it. You can decide either way what is medicine for you in your life. I'm here to support you in the limited ways that I can, which is the energy of Reiki and in crystals, and just providing a space for you to just be exactly who you are and try to support you with where you are in your spiritual journey as well. So nothing I do here I see as a replacement for anything, but it's certainly a great complement to everything in that none of this will interact with any other treatment. So let's go ahead and keep on going, and lots of luck to you. Still not still, so happy for you. And Lila Ray, good to see you. Joanna, perfect. I was sitting here literally ankle crossed over my knee, bouncing my foot and leg around when you said that. That's the first thing I got in my mind, was a picture of a shaking leg, which I tend to do too. So I'm definitely the universe speaking loud for what you could use today. Oh, those are some good requests, Flower. Ooh, I like those. Okay, so let's see. So next was, let's get some of Chris's requests. So rhodochrosite, leopard skin, rhodochrosite, leopard skin, selenite, rose quartz, carnelian. And let's do moonstone. Okay. I'm kind of working out a muscle spasm from the neck, down the shoulder, into the subscap. It's just a mess. So never mind me stretching and moving and bending. This is selenite. Selenite helps to reflect nothing but pure white light, and it helps you to deeply connect with your guides, your angels. It helps to clear your energy and the energy of any space around it. You can use this as a wonderful stone to help clear the energy of other stones around you. So if you are wondering, like, how do I cleanse my stones? Put them on a piece of selenite for a few hours and you're good. So that is some selenite, but it's great in doorways, entryways. I always keep a piece right beneath the grid for every single grid we do. We also have some rose quartz. This helps the heart center, so if you feel emotionally depleted or if you feel like you need some restoration, some restorative energy in the heart center, if you're working towards seeing yourself as lovable, deserving of love, deserving of good things, this is a stone that can support you on that journey as well. So unconditional love and everything you need to be as emotionally available as you can for yourself and others. So that's rose quartz. Leopard skin jasper is lovely for helping our animal companions, as well as connecting with our animal guides and guardians. So whether it's helping your dog or connection with your animal guides, this is lovely and supportive, but it also helps the skin, anything that's impacting the skin actually, as well as coordination and balance. This is also a stone that can help you to attract a really significant soulmate type relationship. Oop, so there we go with leopard skin jasper. Moonstone helps us to connect with the cycles, rhythms, and patterns of nature, particularly the moon, as the name would suggest. It helps us to connect with our intuition, our spiritual truth, and the divine feminine. It also helps us with definitely attracting love, with connecting to and learning ancient spiritual practices and ancient healing practices. Lovely for releasing patterns and also with protection of women and travelers. This one can also help with just any kind of moon magic, lunar anything. Let's actually put these here. And for those of you who've been here before, I kind of go intuitively with how we build the grid, so it'll keep changing as we go. So there is moonstone. Carnelian is the stone of relationships. It's very connected with the sacral chakra. This helps with how we relate to society and community broadly, but also our most close and intimate relationships, and certainly romance, sensuality, and sexuality. This helps with fertility, colds, allergies, healing wounds. It also helps with breaking through apathy and sluggishness. It's very empowering, and it's lovely for definitely not only attracting love, but also with creativity. So let's go ahead and bring in carnelian. There we go. Rhodochrosite is fantastic when it comes to healing any kind of maternal wounds. It's also really great for asthma and stress headaches, as well as connection to our deceased animal companions and our ancestors. Helps the heart and circulation as well. So let's go ahead and bring that in here. Okay. There we go. Awesome. And we'll let's also grab some rhodonite while we're here. Rhodonite helps with the lungs as well as allergies, asthma, and anything autoimmune, all of which are definitely things that impact me. This is a lovely stone also for healing a broken heart so that you can open your heart to love again. Great for heartbreak and things. It helps with working through insecurities and also helping you to work through the impact of past emotional abuse. Very healing there. Helpful too for balancing yin and yang in the body. So that is rhodonite. Okay. There we go. And I will come back for the rest of your requests, Chris. So good to have you here. Okay. Affirmation station for strength and warrior-like spirit, angel guidance, and guardian angels. You got it. And I think I saw something else you mentioned here. And opening all chakras. You got it. So for strength and warrior-like spirit. Okay, so the first that came up first is Ruby. This gives you a lot of courage to be yourself, and it also lends a lot of leadership skills. Really helpful for love, fertility, even fibromyalgia pain, and it's also helpful for financial stability, making decisions, stopping nightmares, and releasing fear. So that can be really helpful. So that is Ruby. I'm going to bring in some Jade. Jade can definitely help with empowerment and big confidence, especially as it regards to like the things you're meant to be doing. This helps with balancing peace and body of mind, as a piece of body, mind, and spirit rather. Lovely for achievements and reaching our goals, setting those high goals and working towards them. Lovely too for resourcefulness, grounding stress, prioritizing yourself. It also helps with luck in general, as well as shifting fortunes for the better. So that is Jade. And we're going to bring in Larimer. This came in loud and clear for you. So Larimer helps with connection to your spiritual purpose. It helps to separate ego from the self, and it helps you to feel confident in engaging your unique way forward, your unique spiritual path. It helps you to be enterprising. It helps you to have an innovative spirit and to find the best way to make your goals and your spiritual reality come alive. So that is Larimer. And also Garnet. This can be really helpful when it comes to balance, strength, especially in times of change. It can also help with practicality, being organized. This is one that if you're trying to get organized, get more organized, or if you're trying to be more efficient in your tasks and your general to-dos, Garnet is very helpful for that. Wonderful too for creativity. So that is Garnet. But yeah, very strong, stable kind of energy. It's January's birthstone, so it's very Capricorn-like. There we go. And definitely that. And then let's go for some angel stones. Let's go with Angelite. This helps with connection to, as one would think, connection to our angels and our spirit guides, as well as spiritual protection at a very high level. This helps you to feel more connected to source and to spirit, and also helps us to take the most out of any kind of sound healing experience. So that is Angelite. And Celestite is very closely related, geologically speaking, to angelite. This is one that can help you to feel very close to your spirit guides, close to your angels. It helps with that connection and also discernment. If you're getting intuition and you're not sure, is this like my logic? Is this my fear? Is this the intuition? This is a stone that can help you sort that out. Yeah, so that's a very angelic stone. So that's celestite. So we'll go ahead and bring that in. Wonderful to have you here, Affirmation Station. Lots of love. Jenny, so glad to hear that Jane's surgery went well and you're home now. Healing journey for coping vibes and the journey ahead. Gotcha. Okay, so let's do that. So healing from illness, injury, and including surgery very much. Shungite will also kind of help a little bit with electrical and energy kind of stuff. That'll help with healing skin and tissue. So let's bring in some tiger iron first. Tiger iron helps with, well, before we get into that, it's tiger eye that has hematite in it, and often, in many cases, also red jasper. This can help with relieving fatigue, boosting energy, bringing in a lot of emotional balance as well as clarity of thought. Helps too with good boundaries, especially energy boundaries, not taking on the troubles and worries of others. Helps too with creativity, and it supports the root and solar plexus. So that's basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, and also the sense of self. But this has a very strong connection with clearing and restoring the blood. So I hope that this helps with like kind of balancing things back out after the surgery, and also with kind of like helping your body come back into a balance. Tree agate is going to be really helpful for you too. Epidote is helpful for injury, illness, surgery, helps with all of those things. And it's also wonderful for the nervous system as well as the physical skin. Helps with connection to the fairy realm, and even cooler, the ways in which we speak to ourselves, our inner monologues. Do we talk down to ourselves? Are we mean to ourselves? This helps us to improve our inner dialogue, the way in which we talk to ourselves. It can help us to be a little bit more kind and gentle to ourselves. So that is epidote, but it's great for physical healing. We're also going to bring in shungite, which is fantastic for physical recovery and tissue repair. So really, really helpful when it comes to the physical healing side. Also helps to relieve stress, emotional pain, energy blockages, and helps to dissipate any kind of electromagnetic smog in your area that might be impacting you. Most people are not going to have any ill effect from something like that, but some people feel very jumbled, very disorganized, very kind of almost like underwater. That can kind of help with that, clearing the energy field and also feeling a little bit more grounded. So I hope that that helps. Okay, and let me know if there's anything more specific I can help with. But lots of love to you both. Opening your chakras. Let's see. Definitely, I would say my favorite would be tree agate for that, because that's the stone that's most linked with energy balance and very much the Ayurvedic system. But let's see. I would say opening opening the chakras, like opening energy centers, but also opening intuition, but especially opening the energy centers. I feel like azurite really wants to come out for that. This is lovely for awakening that spiritual self. It helps you to open up to insight and intuition. This is one that can bring a lot of energy balance, helping to break down energy blockages and dissolve obstacles in life. So this is one that can be really harmonizing to that, helping to like do the heavy lifting of what we need to let go of. Lovely too for calming the mind while meditating or doing any kind of spiritual work. Helps with spinal alignment and muscle spasms. But it's also really helpful for creativity, and for gaining spiritual wisdom, especially if we feel like we want to connect with our guides and learn from them. And it's wonderful for relieving worry and indecision. So that is azurite. Hey, Cora Carr, Vincent, lots of love. Athena Nicole, welcome in. So happy to see you all. Thank you all so much for being here. MC Spiritual Healer. This week feels long. I'm asking for good sleep and recovery this week. Protection from bad energy being sent your way. Gotcha. So let's bring in some jet, some red tiger eye, good sleep. Let's get some labradorite. So we'll start with labradorite, which helps with not only improved sleep, but also more attention to detail. It's lovely for finding errors and things like that. It also helps research and study, so a lot of clarity. Helps with workplace harmony, calming disputes, and also with clairvoyance, our general spiritual sight, if you will, our intuitive vision. But yeah, wonderful for all of those things. So that is labradorite. And for helping with the negativity being sent your way, is red tiger eye. This is great to ward off bullying in the spiritual side of things or in the mundane side of things. So whether you have someone that's trying to get in your way, manipulate, cause chaos, sow discontent, bullying, sexism, gaslighting, all of the above, this is really helpful for like refusing that energy. Also really, really helpful for calling on financial abundance in a hurry. So when is that about thing? So that is red tiger eye. Okay. And jet. This is a very powerful protective stone. Jet started out its life as a tree, and it was impacted by a hit of usually lava, like volcanic activity, which caused it to rapidly fossilize. And so this is excellent with that quick shift from life to death and everything around that connection. So any kind of hospice or death doula kind of work, if you have someone close to you who has passed, is soon to pass, this includes our animal companions, this can really help. It also helps with keeping negative energy at bay, the evil eye, the paranormal, all of that. It's wonderful too for processing deep grief, especially for someone really close to you. And it can, definitely wonderful for anyone that works around death and dying. So that is jet. So very protective. So I hope that that helps. And lots of love to you, MC Spiritual Healer. So glad you are here. Still not still. Sometimes if you can't access your electrical panel due to like mobility issues, call the non-emergency line. to your local firehouse. Oftentimes they will come out and help with that stuff, just like they pump water out of basements and things. Oftentimes they'll come over and help with that to prevent there being a bigger issue. I know around here, like when I lived on my old street, a lot of my neighbors had no smoke alarms because they couldn't get up to change the batteries or replace the systems they were, getting on in years. The fire department in Philly will do that for free if you ask them. So I set that all up for them, and the fire department came down one day and hit everybody's houses. Everybody got smoke alarms with fresh new batteries in them. So they might be a resource for help in a pinch. So I hope that helps. Oh yeah, we've got manifestation quartz in there for sure. Oh, gotcha. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. So good to see you all. I'm so grateful for you all. Let's bring in a few of Patty and Key's requests. We've got Red Tiger Eye, Tiger Iron. Let's bring in Amazonite, Septarian, Tree Agates in there. Sugilite. Okay. There we go. Sugilite. Smoky. Desert Rose. So let's start here. So chevron amethyst can be really helpful with pain and tension. It can also be really helpful with connection to spirit. If you're manifesting and you're connecting with spirit, if you're intuiting and bringing that information down, this can help strengthen that connection. Also helps degenerative diseases like MS and helps us to be more tolerant of others. It's really helpful too with different aspects of intuitive, clairvoyant type of work, things like shamanic journeying, any kind of visionary work, scrying, even tarot reading. So that is chevron amethyst. This is desert rose selenite. This helps with making big life changes that involve a lot of consistent effort over time, and it can help us to redefine ourselves after any kind of big loss or in the face of significant change. It's helpful for real estate endeavors, especially the paperwork behind them, and it's wonderful for perseverance in studying, especially school and trades. Helps with relieving upset stomach, acne, eczema, things impacting the skin, and wonderful for fighting off viruses. It's also really helpful when it comes to men's health as well as the well-being of our animals, and for, like I said, redefining ourselves after any kind of big loss or sudden change. So that is desert rose selenite. Smoky quartz helps to transmute energy into something more positive. It is highly protective, especially against things like theft of property. It's been used since at least the Middle Ages for that. This helps us to make decisions and generally clear energy and clear blockages. It's helpful for chronic pain, flexibility of the body, and flexibility of the mind, remaining open-minded, not getting rigid in our thoughts, and helpful for hope in uncertain times. So that is smoky quartz. Oh, it's another little kitty. Oh, hey, precious little baby. How are you? Did you bring some purrs for us? Oh, hello, Miss Hattie. Oh, good. Thank you, Miss Hattie. Yeah, you can sit on my tummy. Yeah, you can sit on my lap. Go ahead. Oh, what a good baby. Okay. So this is sugilite. Sugilite helps us with connection to collective consciousness and the awareness that we're all interconnected. And what we put out into the world, we put out back into ourselves. This is a stone of unconditional love, of unity consciousness, and enlightenment in general. Very much a stone of world peace. That is sugilite. Amazonite helps with luck in terms of winnings, as well as for helping with self-respect and helping with self-care. This is also a stone that helps with the spine as well as the spinal nerves. So if you're dealing with any kind of like back pain, sciatica, neuralgia, neuropathy, this is going to be a really important one. So there we go. There we go. And septarian. Septarian can be really helpful when it comes to developing your sense of self, and also helping you to get to know yourself better, taking personal responsibility and emotional maturity. This is a stone that helps you to work with your solar plexus chakra, which is the center of self, and it helps with the underlying causes and beliefs that are underpinning our bigger issues. Wonderful for supporting us to feel vulnerable while we go through big changes. It aids in shadow work, and it also helps with skin wounds, lesions, and it's also thought to help with muscle pain. So that is septarian. And let's bring in some anhydro. Opal's already in there. Anhydro references any stone that has formed around water so that there's actually a bubble of water within the specimen. It is pretty much impossible to see it on this camera. Maybe one day we'll have a fancier camera, but essentially in this dual quartz, there is a small area of water that is within there. So anhydro helps with fluid imbalances as well as releasing destructive emotional patterns. Helpful too for determining the credibility of people as well as the information that they're presenting to you. It helps with connecting with the past, especially past family connections, genealogy, any of that kind of stuff, family history, and wonderful for accessing the past and even the future if you're doing any healing work for the past or future. This is a lovely stone. Also helps us to maintain good enough relationships with people who can be really difficult that we have to have in our life. So that's anhydro. And I will come back for the rest of your requests. I'm so glad you are here. It's good to see you. Hey, Sister Sheba. Oh, I'm loving these requests. I am loving them. Flowered tree agates in there, celestites in there. Let's get some polychrome, blue tiger eye, and indigo gabbro. Blue tiger eye, polychrome, indigo gabbro. Indigo gabbro also goes by the name Mystic Merlinite. So this is a stone that helps us to do some really deep work as we reflect inward on ourselves. If you've ever noticed that you have a pattern or a tendency that you tend to get in your own way, this is a stone that can help to illuminate that, the process behind it, and help you to kind of deconstruct it so that you can move forward without that same pattern repeating on you. This is a lovely stone for menstrual pain, menopause, integrating our spiritual connection, and also boosting intuition, especially things like dreams and meditation. So that is indigo gabbro, or as it's sometimes called, Mystic Merlinite. So there we go. Polychrome jasper helps us to reignite our soul's purpose and reinvigorate our sense of connection to our soul's purpose. If you feel like you've been lacking motivation, you're really kind of stuck and lethargic, if you feel like you're lacking confidence, this is a stone that can really be helpful. This can also help to encourage you towards physical movement. So if you're trying to build a habit of like walking or going to the gym or anything like that, this not only helps you to actually show up and do those things, but it also supports your body in terms of flexibility and movement. So it can help support the joints and lower extremities. So this is polychrome jasper. So let's go ahead and bring this here and here. Blue tiger eye helps with writing and speaking our truth. This is a stone that can help with bold communication and with those conversations we sometimes need to have that are like facts over feelings. Like, this is what it is. Like, I hear what you're saying. This is what it is. Those firm conversations. This is very empowering to that. It's also really helpful when it comes to public speaking in general, as well as if you have to be the truth teller, coming up with an inconvenient truth. This is a really helpful stone. Very protective in that way. Also helps with calm and easing stress, and it's got a big connection with, and it's thought to be supportive of, teachers. So that is blue tiger eye. Okay. Awesome. So good to see you, flower. Lots of love to you and Little Tree and everyone over there. Something to help wrist and joint pain. You got it. Let's bring in that howlite. Wonderful for anything having to do with the joints, if it's whether it's acute or chronic. It also helps with bone integrity and even healing fractures, and even absorption of things like calcium. Dealing with things like osteoporosis and osteopenia, which is definitely me. This is a stone that helps with hair, teeth, bones. It also helps with anger, resentment, and frustration. It can help take the intensity out of those really volatile feelings and help you to kind of shift that energy into something more balanced and measured that can help you to really go forward and make the changes that you need to make so that you don't have to almost be overwhelmed with those feelings. So I hope that that helps. Still not still. Gotcha. Athena Nicole with stress. Definitely we have shungite, and we also have jade. We also have shungite, jade, and also blue tiger eye. But there's some other good ones for stress. So let's go ahead with some zebra jasper. Will also help with let's see. these in. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with some snowflake obsidian. Lovely for general balance of body, mind, and spirit, inner peace, hope after any kind of loss, as well as clairaudience. Can also help with things like body, mind, and spirit balance, as well as dealing with things like guilt and loneliness. So we'll bring this in. That again is snowflake obsidian. And let's put that here and here. Black onyx helps with releasing anxiety, as well as self-doubt and fear. It's a very grounding stone. This is also a stone that's helpful for grief, lovely for connection to the ancestors, very protective, and also helps with boosting self-esteem. So that is black onyx. And zebra jasper. So zebra jasper, this is incredible for stress relief. It helps with stress, especially stress overwhelm. It can help you to stand up for yourself despite that. And it's also lovely for breaking through things like overwhelming apathy. Like, I'm so overwhelmed, I'm so stressed, I just couldn't care less about anything. It helps to break through that. It's lovely for empowering you, as well as helping you to take initiative. And it's wonderful for if you feel like you're really stuck in a rut. It helps with bone disorders, as well as just believing in yourself, general confidence. So that is zebra jasper. And thank you to Chris for supplying us with these. Deeply appreciate that, and we deeply appreciate you. Go. And so I feel like that'll help, and all the best to you. Definitely stress relief is like very much a theme tonight. So lots of love to you, Athena Nicole. It's always great to see you. Catherine, welcome in. Ooh, Korakar, you have an anhydro 3-legged agate toad. That sounds so cool. That sounds so cool. Korakar intentions weight loss, endurance, correct eating, and channeling energy. You got it. So let's see. Blue apatite, iolite. So I'm going to start with dioptase, and this is so pretty. So dioptase helps with things like chronic fatigue, but it can also help with things like releasing self-neglect and lack of attention or care for the self. Helpful for living in the present moment and attracting a good love match. It's helpful for inner ear and dizziness type stuff, especially if you tend towards things like vertigo. This can be a helpful stone. It's wonderful for supporting the heart, as well as blood pressure, IBS, constipation, ulcers. It's thought helpful for all of the above. And it's wonderful for vitality, energy, balance, and even most importantly here, helping to make those healthy changes that really last. It also brings a lot of emotional stability. So that is dioptase. Blue apatite can definitely help with our relationship with food. This is one that helps with weight loss, or if somebody has an intention for weight gain, or just simply the role that food plays in your life, how we approach it, how we work with it. Blue apatite is a superb choice. Wonderful too for harmony and peace, as well as courage along your soul's path and illumination of your soul's path. Like, what am I here to do? This gives you the clarity and the courage to move forward with it. It's also lovely for, like I said, supporting your energy field. So your auric field, if you will. Actually, let's put this up here. So that is blue apatite, and I hope that that helps. let's see, we've also got, on the weight loss side, iolite can be really helpful for that intention. It's wonderful too for fever as well as intuitive sleep disturbances. It helps you to ground before sleep. Lovely for visionary work of any kind, so shamanic journeying, scrying, any kind of clairvoyance work. Helps too with money management, so that is iolite. So let's see. There we go. And pyrite. Pyrite, when it comes to energy work, this is one of my favorites. This helps the body to best metabolize, if you will, Reiki energy. It's helpful for boosting intuition while also providing protection. And it's lovely for the lungs and warding off things like fever. It helps with things like, it's thought to help anyway with the side effects of radiation treatments, as well as supporting the brain and memory and general information recall. So that can definitely help. I also feel like I want to bring in prehnite for you. So that is pyrite. Pyrite's also helpful for attracting financial abundance. It is fool's gold. So we like to think that it helps bring in the real stuff. So that's pyrite. Now prehnite, this one can really help with any kind of spiritual learning or teaching. It helps with facilitating a space where that information can be shared and really embodied. It's lovely for aiding meditation, to stop a wandering mind, and to help with prophecy, divination, lucid dreams, any kind of energy work or intuitive practice. Helps too with anemia, gout, the kidneys, and bladder. And it can also help with empowering you to stick to your guns when it comes to holding boundaries. So that is prehnite. There we go. I hope that that helps, Korakar. Lots of love to you. Bloodstone, green onyx. Oh yeah, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button, the like button, all those good YouTuber things I always forget. Hey Renee, it's good to see you. Good, good, good. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, let's definitely do bloodstone and green onyx. Okay, so green onyx, bloodstone. Bloodstone also goes by the name heliotrope. Very helpful for things like chronic fatigue. And, did I just drop a stone? Nope, I don't think so. Also really helpful for any kind of like emotional overwhelm. It's one of those emotional, oh my goodness, first aid type stones. But it also helps with things like emotional stamina and perseverance through difficult times. It helps to lift despair, self-doubt, and also helps to aid the quieting of the mind so that you can be more connected to things like spiritual work. So whether it's energy healing or meditation, anything like that, this can really help to like chill the mind out so you can connect to it. But it's lovely for that emotional overwhelm, emotional despair. So that is bloodstone, which also goes by the name heliotrope. Green onyx is really helpful for grief and sadness. It also helps with things like emotional shutdown, like when you're emotionally you've had it and you just need to ground. Helps too with making decisions, especially decisions in alignment with your highest good, and moving forward and making those decisions despite maybe not being in the best position to otherwise do so. So that is green onyx. It's very helpful for grief. Very, very helpful for grief. Okay. Korakar, Crazy Lace Agate, Polychrome Jasper, and Peridot. Polychrome and Peridot are in here. Let's grab some Crazy Lace Agate. So Crazy Lace Agate helps with connection to spider medicine, as well as if you happen to be phobic of spiders, this will also help. It's lovely too for balance, courage, confidence, protection, and it also helps to balance and harmonize the heart chakra along with the solar plexus. Lovely for physical energy as well as support for the skin, eyes, and speech, like the ability to speak. So that is Crazy Lace Agate. There we go. Here we go. Good to have you here. It's so good to see you. Sister Sheba. Galena, rutilated, and something for inflammation. You got it. So Galena, rutilated, and inflammation. There we go. So this is malachite. This is really helpful for things like inflammation, pain, and even arthritis. And it's lovely for processing really difficult emotional, all of it, all the feelings, so that we can leave things in the past and move forward. Helpful too of fears and anxieties, especially fear of flying. It's very connected to the Archangel Raphael, the angel of healing. Great too for things like seizure activity as well as insomnia. And it's thought to help the pancreas, spleen, and even the pituitary. So that is malachite. So there we go. So that can help with pain and inflammation. And rutilated quartz, if you see them here, it looks like, hey, those quartz look like there's something in there, like little spindly things. That is the rutils through the quartz. So this is a type of quartz that's thought to help very precision focus of the mind as well as intention. It's also really helpful for boosting physical energy after you've been sick or really run down. This has for decades been a go-to kind of a good intention stone for anyone that's working through cancer. Reason being, it's thought to help focus all of those healing energies of all the treatments they're getting to where it's most helpful. And it's lovely for giving them a boost of energy when they need it most. So that is rutilated quartz. Galena is excellent for grounding, centering energy, energy protection. It also helps to bring a lot of physical healing insights to the body. It's wonderful also for inflammation as well as things impacting the skin like boils and cysts and even acne. It helps the sense of smell. It helps with disorders of the veins, as well as hair health and hair growth. It's wonderful too for mental and emotional transformation. Like if you're really trying to do some deep shadow work on yourself, it can help with that. Lovely for connection to Saturn. So if you're someone who follows your astrology and you're looking at some Saturn transits, this can be a really helpful stone. And it's also helpful for winnings of money as well as the return of anything lost or stolen from you. So this is Galena. This has a high concentration of lead in it, so do be careful if you work with it. So that's Galena. And I hope that that helps, Sister Sheba. Lots of love to you. Catherine Deal, something to help with help focus on the direction of your next novel. Ooh. Definitely have a lot of the creativity stones in there. Let's add one more. The writing stones, we have blue tiger eye. Let's also bring in sodalite. This can definitely help with expression of creativity. So that's writing, performance, anything spoken. It also helps to relieve menopause symptoms. It's great for grounding impulses and also helping deal with homesickness. But yeah, it's excellent for writing as well. Also helps with coming to terms with aging and menopause. So let's go with sodalite. There we go. Amber. Amber is lovely for creativity. It also helps with things like depression and helps to bring a little flexibility into how we see the world, helps us to get out of some rigid mindsets. Helpful too for attracting lasting love, supporting anyone who's dealing with tooth pain, especially things like teething. Wonderful for releasing negativity and bringing in lots of luck and lots of protection. Helpful too for releasing emotional blocks and bringing lots of emotional stability and even support for mental healing and even mental illness. So that is amber. Let's see. There we go. So that's amber. So that'll bring creativity too. Focus and direction. I think we have a lot of our focus and direction stones in there. Ooh, this might help. Black and white banded agate. So this is a lovely stone for helping to balance logic and intuition, especially if you're working with your guides a lot and learning a lot from them. But it's also just helpful with clearing and stabilizing the mind as well as the energy. So that might help you with focus. It also helps with financial stability, new beginnings, and shifting perspective, as well as bringing some endurance. It's good too for any kind of themes around like death and dying or death and rebirth. So that is black and white banded agate. There we go. All the best to you as you work on your next novel. Renee, salutations to you too. Vivianite. The grid looks like it needs some spears to go with that shield. Ooh, good call. So yeah, Vivianite. I still have to look this up for us. Okay, so beautiful Vivianite, which I picked up at the herbiary at Reading Terminal Market in Philadelphia. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, so let me look that up for us after I put it in here. Let's actually do it, yeah. There we go. And it's a fairly rare one, so I'm going to look it up here in Love is in the Earth by Melody. Vivianite, aligned with the sign of Capricorn. This energy conveys both love and inspiration for life, produces a glowing and pulsating beauty to the user, has been used in the study of cereology or the study of crop markings, and brings information concerning purpose and methods. Helps provide details concerning interrelationships which were awakened during the time of construction. It's a stone for goal setting and attainment of goals, assisting you to recognize that an optimistic goal may be achieved, and also helps with reality and reflections of memory. Helps when to assist in specific delineation of intent, bringing in right-mindedness and like a clarity and focus to what you might be either setting a goal towards or what you might be working towards in your life. Oh, hello. It's a little Hattie. Also helps with the assimilation of iron, decrease the presence of free radicals in the body, and help the alignment of spine, and to treat degeneration of the iris. Helps to bring a lot of clarity on your spiritual path. So that is Vivianite. And that again is Love is in the Earth, a Kaleidoscope of Crystals by Melody. Yes, hello. How are you? Yay. Good call, Renee. Athena could also use, it's a hell of a month with emotional roller coaster that you're experiencing during your cycle. Hey, Kimberly, welcome in. And T, good to see you. Joanna, great to see you. Archangel Gabriel. I'd have to look it up, Vincent. I'm not sure. But that's an excellent question. I can look that up. What are you doing, you little Willa? Oh, there we go. So help with your cycle. You got it. So let's bring in pink tourmaline and Unakite. Yes. Oh, you brought them purrs. Thank you. Pink tourmaline helps with anything GYN related, from hormones and stuff. Oop, I dropped a little piece. All the way up to and including endometriosis, everything in between. Also helps neuralgia, migraines, spinal injuries, mother-baby bonding, and developing releasing a negative self-image so that you can replace it with something a little bit more positive. So that's pink tourmaline. And Unakite is really helpful for anything around. Also for menses, definitely sodalite, which is already in there, and indigo gabbro, which is in there. Helps too with fertility, pregnancy, labor, delivery, and everything around a woman's cycle, and even like the onset of menopause and things like that too. Also helps metabolism and heart circulation and body metabolism and fluids. So let's bring this in. Okay. I hope that helps. Kimberly, yes, you can actually schedule with me. You can schedule for any kind of session, including a, whatchamacallit, like a one-on-one mentoring session on my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description. And thank you, Kimberly. That's lovely. Welcome in. It's good to have you here. And I teach Reiki and stuff. You can find that all on my website, which is linked in the description. So thank you. Kanta, Samantha, T, good to see you all. And T, rolling in very late today, just request some support for accountability and routine building and creativity. Let's bring in some lapis. Let's bring in lapis. This is really good for personal responsibility and integrity and everything around it. It's also really helpful for pain and inflammation, as well as truth and honesty and communication. Helps disorganization and getting more organized and systematized, as well as vertigo, hearing loss, anything inner ear, and also career improvement, as well as, I think I mentioned pain and inflammation, but just in case I didn't. So that is lapis lazuli. And I also want to bring in dragon's blood. This can be really helpful for learning from our mistakes, having patience with ourselves, as well as the strength and courage to change. This can help us to gently guide ourselves into a more sustainable structure. It helps with the immune and nervous systems, as well as having patience with yourself. It's wonderful for self-pity or releasing self-pity, as well as supporting grief and loss. It's very optimistic stone, and it can also help with gaining wisdom and general happiness. So this is dragon stone, sometimes called dragon's blood. So I'm going to go ahead and for right now put that right here. And creativity, we have all our good creativity stones are in here, which is awesome. I hope that that helps, T, and it's good to see you. K-Baz, good outcome for health situation. You got it. Tree agate is in there. Let's bring in... I would definitely say galena can help with insight and intuition around your health situation as well. But I'm going to bring in some moss agate. This is highly regarded in Chinese medicine for helping with viruses, fungal infections, bacteria, all of it. It's also helpful with connection to nature and releasing fears of the unknown, while also supporting any psychological parts work, higher self, inner child. Wonderful for unconditional love and connection to spirit as well. And so that is moss agate. There you go. Okay, so that's moss agate. So I hope that that helps, but definitely tree agate is there too. Awesome. Hope for formerly extended family member. Dog anxiety. Gotcha. Insomnia, we've got good stones for that. Let's bring in sapphire. Let's bring in... So let's bring in some black obsidian. This is really helpful for nervous pets. It's also helpful for dealing with trauma, physical and emotional. Helps with protection from spite and gossip and words about you that may cause you harm. It helps too with blocked grief and even overcoming the underlying issues around domestic abuse. It's wonderful too for just being very, very protective. So that is black obsidian. We'll also bring in some dumortierite. That's really helpful for helping nervous pets, especially nervous dogs. It's wonderful too for tidiness, releasing pent-up anger and frustration, and it's wonderful for patience. It can help you feel more empowered to stand up for yourself, and it's also helpful for healing tendons and ligaments. It also helps to improve situations that seem otherwise hopeless, and it's lovely for Uranus-like energy. So if you're dealing with your chart and there's like a big Uranus transit, dumortierite can be helpful. So let's bring this in here and right here. And sapphire can also be helpful for like the mediumship and channeling, connection with our angels, and helping with healing energy. This will also support Korakar's requests. It's helpful too for the thyroid, eyes, ears, and supporting individuals with dementia, as well as those who love and care about them. Wonderful for channeling and connection to spirit, gaining that wisdom, and even helping if you're gaining answers for someone else, helping you to find the best way to explain your impressions to the other person. Wonderful for envisioning a good positive outcome in times of change too. So that is sapphire. So I hope that that helps. And I'm also going to grab, because we've gotten to be about that time, I'm going to bring in some Super 7. This helps with a lot of intuition, connection to spirit, gaining insight and wisdom on behalf of other people. It helps too with telepathy and just channeling in general, as well as working towards larger goals and planning towards your dreams and working towards your end goal. Wonderful for healing past life issues, karmic issues, healing the past, connecting to the earth to do healing for the earth and ecology. And it's lovely for strengthening your energy field or aura. It helps too with inner peace. So that is Super 7. I think we are about good. And I didn't skip many. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Still not still. Just double checking. Awesome. I think we are good to go. So let's go ahead and dive on into that part of the session where I explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and then I send Reiki to you wherever you are, whenever you happen to be watching this. For those of you who've been here before, you know the drill. The best way to help me lift the energy of where you're at, which is, of course, we're all interconnected, so it lifts energy in general. The easiest way to connect to that is through very generally gratitude. So go ahead and think of all the things you're grateful for. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, go ahead into the live chat, click that live chat button and share all those things that you're grateful for in the chat. That'll help boost that energy. And then after we're done with all of that, I'm going to send that healing to all of you. So thank you again so much for being here. And thank you for inspiring this really beautiful grid. So once again, thank you for those who were here at the beginning. You've already heard this before, or at least the first part before, but my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you enjoy things like this, definitely hit that subscribe button, definitely hit that like button, and consider hitting that notification bell so that you don't miss an opportunity to join us. I'm here live 5 times a week. You can see the regular stream schedule in the description box below. And for more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on session or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description along with all my social media, my email newsletter, so you can go ahead and check me out there. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become a general catch-all term for energy healing here in the West. And in general, that can mean a lot of things, but specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. This particular technique is named after its founder, Mikao Usui, who created this particular method in the 1920s in Japan, the earlier side of the 1920s. And that was a time in Japanese history where teaching anything that could be even misconstrued as coming from a religion was strictly forbidden with really, really big consequences. So Usui created this system to be a very secular yet spiritual practice that was accessible to anyone regardless of how they connected to spirit or understand the world to work. This understanding of energy that's at the foundation or core of Usui Reiki, for that we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, which still very much flavors culture and society even to this day. It's thought that everyone and everything is interconnected and inextricably linked, and that spirit, in this case, however you define that, supports us with beautiful, soul-affirming, and healing and persistent soul and life energy. And that this spiritually guided soul energy, which is roughly what Reiki translates to, is thought to be flowing through everyone and everything everywhere, whether or not we're aware of it. And this energy is thought to help boost our day-to-day resilience and our healing and balance overall, minute to minute and day to day. During this session, I'll essentially use Usui's techniques to connect with this energy that's already a part of all of us, and I'll essentially direct more of it to you, supporting your body, mind, and spirit to do what they already do best to help you, your day-to-day resilience and even large healings. So to connect with the healing energy, you don't have to do anything other than be open to it. And by being here, you already are. So you don't have to do a darn thing. I generally recommend that you find a nice comfy spot to sit or lay down or, just chill out, feel nice and cozy. At the same time, you don't have to sit still. You can do some stretches, some movements, some yoga. You can use this time to journal or get creative or even throw some cards down for yourself. There's no wrong way to use this time. There's no wrong way to enjoy this Reiki energy. Know that you don't have to focus on anything and you don't have to keep your mind silent. But at any time you want to deepen your session, or if you get distracted, feel free to simply take a deep breath in and out. It'll help you kind of reconnect and flow right back into the energy. During the session, you might feel some physical sensations, some emotional things may come up or be released. Mentally, you may be able to get some clarity and thinking things through that you maybe have been struggling with lately. And in a spiritual level, you may get some deep intuitions, some spiritual guidance, some clarity. You may also have a beautiful healing nap, whichever of those your session sounds like. Generally, all of those are a part of it in the ways that your body, mind, and spirit know it needs the support today. So every session will be a little different just based on what you need. Also, I will send this healing to you for 25 minutes. And during that time, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that the lights move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I'll turn the music up. If you enjoy the music in the background, go ahead and check out the link at the bottom of the description. This is an actual musician who created music that we can play on our live stream. You can check out her YouTube and listen to it anytime. But know that thank you very much for all of you who have supported the channel in any way, whether through buying crystals, signing up for a reading or a session or a class, or sending any contributions to the links in the descriptions, super stickers, all of that helps support buying crystals, supporting me, and also supporting us to buy music from an actual musician that we can play on a live stream. So thank you. During this session, and for that 25 minutes, I'll be sending, but if you want to, if you come up with any questions or anything like that, at the end of the 25 minutes, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath in and out, come back to your body. At that point, I'll be able to answer your questions and help to bring any insight to where you're struggling. Additionally, during the session, like I said, just take a deep breath in and out anytime you feel like you need it. If you are here live, lovely. If you are watching this in the future, also lovely. The energy is here for you anytime you need it. So anytime that you need a little Reiki and I'm not live, check out the past healing live stream playlist, or simply hit the live button and scroll down to any past healing. You can skip ahead to the energy healing or enjoy the whole thing, whatever feels better for you. And know that Reiki isn't limited by my human limitations, like of having to only be in one place at one time. The energy is everywhere all the time. So it doesn't matter what time you're watching this, it's here for you. So thank you so much for being here today. It's an honor and a privilege always to share this healing with all of you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So let's go ahead back in, take a deeper look at that crystal grid that all of you inspired, and then get into the healing. Ooh, pretty. So let's see. Let's see, balance this out. Love it. Oh, thank you everyone so much. What a beautiful grid. Thank you for inspiring it. So I am going to go ahead and get ready to send some healing to you for 25 minutes. Always grateful for live Reiki, grateful for hot tea in the afternoons and coffee in the morning. Every morning the coffee gets me out of bed, and I'm so grateful for coffee. Awesome. Thank you all so much. Grateful for health and mobility and cozy home, Lila Ray. That's beautiful. Awesome. So thank you all for being here. So enjoy your session. I'll see y'all in about 25 minutes. invite you now to come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Here's a little Hattie. And a Hattie. And a good baby. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and put it in the chat. Yeah, the internet has been spicy this evening, so I'm sorry if that bumped you off or anything like that, but glad you all are here and that we can make it work, even though technology is what it is. You're so welcome, T. And I'll be back here tomorrow at 4 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. Fridays at 4 and 8 East Coast U.S. time. And Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. Yeah, usually things go nuts on a Friday, not a Tuesday. You're right, Renee. Interesting. Oh, good. Grateful for good news for your sister and others you've been praying for. I love hearing that. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Shiva, for sharing that with us. I'm glad too. Still not still, lots of love. Vincent, I'm grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you, Flower. Looks like the internet's still being a little spicy here and there. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here with an abundance of gratitude. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow, Renee, and hopefully lots more of you. So take care. I hope to see you again soon, and bye for now.